The stories you've never heard.
Who did Suzanne Hill famously slap?
The jokes behind the jokes.
What would happen if I did a great big fart?
For the first time ever on Ash, Lachie, and Susie O'Neill.
That Chando just peed a pants.
We go behind the laughter.
Hello, welcome. It's the Producers Podcast. Nick and Lachie taking you behind the scenes. Everything Ash, Lutz and Suze. What's Ash and Lutz today?
Yeah.
Suze absent. Everyone present. Susie absent.
Alicia also absent from this podcast.
I didn't want to, the elephant in the room. Didn't want to bring it up. But,
I did message her, but she hasn't responded.
It
so.
is what it is. 9:34 on a Wednesday morning. Look, I've got the Throwback Throwdown sheet in front of
you
me.
do?
We may as well just hit it straight away.
Right, okay, cool.
I think I hadn't seen the sheet until literally just now.
Yep.
So I only heard what was played at 7:50. And you know what? I think I was a little bit judgmental. I think I was a bit, they could have done better here. But I'm looking at what's in front of me, and maybe I just forgot. 2013 is actually a very tough year.
No, do you know, I disagree with you, Nick. I think that there are still some fantastic songs on there.
In the rough.
And I have vague memories because, hey, just between you and me and the people listening to this fine podcast, there's only really 30 weeks. Oh, no, sorry, 30 to, I think there's maybe 40 years. The earliest we go back to is 1983.
Yeah, we drew a line there because it was
A little bit too...
40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a tough carry. I get that.
So the earliest we go to is 1983. The latest we go to is 2013. This would be the most recent year. Or maybe 2014.
Okay, right.
And so I don't know if you've done the maths, Nick, but
We've run out of weeks.
We've run out of weeks. So
Surely we could unlock a couple of weeks.
There's four. This is the fourth week in a row that we've done a repeat. We've gone back through the most popular years of Throwback Throwdown. So this is one of the highest voting. You know, we got the most number of votes, highest engagement.
Right. So you want to touch back on it? Okay.
Well, and so I have vague memories of us on a podcast earlier this year breaking down the Throwback Throwdown year of 2013, I should say, because there are some great songs such as this one.
Now. Everybody talks.
Neon Trees.
So, for the first time, a very good point was made, is that it's very hard to judge these songs if you are just going off their name and title. And now, this is a very good song.
Yes.
But the name and the band name
that's
is
true.
Not memorable enough.
It's not a memorable name and song, but it's still a great song. Here's another one that I love from that era.
Yeah, this is when Monsters and Men hit the scene. Yeah.
Another one that I'd happily throw a vote behind, if that was on the options.
Hey, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Is Lumineers? Yep. Okay, because the two songs were so similar.
Yeah, some got some haze in there.
Yep.
The Lumineers. I'm just trying to see where it is on Buzz's little.
Maybe he buried it. Fair enough.
Oh no, here it is. He's highlighted it because I think that's one of the ones he would have picked if if the other two options that he had were taken. Here's Ho Hey.
Well, I'll tell you what, now I think about it, a song that should have been on here, but essentially because it's been cancelled since. I mean, what was one of the biggest songs of 2013? Robin Thicke.
Oh, yeah. A bit of Get Lucky.
No, Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines.
Now, yeah, not okay for play anymore because relatively problematic when you think about it. And
so I'm thinking Daft Punk, Pharrell.
No, and the downfall. No, Pharrell escaped.
Yes.
Pharrell got away with this, but brought down Robin Thicke with him. But yeah, that song was one of the biggest songs of 2013, but does not appear on that list. That's why.
Oh, it's not on the list. No. Well, I also think that here's another behind the scenes.
It's wiped from the records.
No, well, another behind the scenes thing is we've repeated this year, but I've not put up the 4 songs that were nominated last time we did this.
That makes sense.
So I'm fairly certain that Blurred Lines would have been involved with that. But yes, Get Lucky is also another one.
This was Daft Punk's comeback. People made a lot of noise about, oh my God, Daft Punk are back, and yeah, this never did much for me.
Oh, look who it is.
Wow.
Miss Throwback Throwdown herself, Alicia.
Yeah, because Alicia, you are, and Lachie, we've been pushing this for a very long time, that should Susie ever be away, that Alicia fills in.
Why have you been pushing that agenda?
Well, because that's what it should be.
You just want to see how I'll write.
Oh, a little bit.
Well,
But also more the kind of the next soldier up mentality.
I do think the boys were a little bit disappointed that I didn't pick a song that Susie would traditionally pick.
Yeah, well,
They really wanted me to get in the mind of Susie. And I was like, no, I'm going to get the W for Susie.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
exactly right. So, yeah, and that's the thing. Like they said what she would have suggested. Maybe not. So I like that you came to play and kept the sort of like the emo sort of theme running
Yeah.
for the past few weeks.
I'll be honest. I have the 5 Instagram accounts that I run. I have voted for this song on all 5 of them.
Why do you have 5 Instagram accounts? Can we circle back to that?
I am involved in a number of different
Lockie's secretly
extracurricular
Gary.
activities.
Hang on. I can have a look at who's voted for what.
Actually, no, I
here.
think it's 4 of them. I think I have access to the Ash, Lutz and Suze one. I didn't touch it.
No, you're not allowed to vote on that one.
No,
that,
I didn't.
That
I
is
didn't
one
touch
rule.
with
We're
that.
not allowed to. Let me have a guess at what Lachie has. Okay, the Soccer Who's podcast, River
Yeah.
Life Baptist FC.
Yes.
Whoa.
Rapids.
Okay, there's one more. I'm just trying to find one more.
I mean, they'd all probably-
Lachlan Sands.
Yeah, they'd all be in the same.
no, unless you have an
batch.
alias.
No. It's
I don't
just
know.
3 then.
Hang on, I don't think you're Bronte's Adventures.
no.
Unless you're trying to catfish someone.
Someone's phone's
so
too close to the mic, by
it's
the way.
me. I'm gonna guess that it's Sue Smad.
Yeah, SU Smad. That's
What is
it's,
that?
It's an arts camp that I run at the start of each year. I don't know if you
gosh.
remember. Anyway, good times.
Lockie does a lot of extracurriculars.
That's what I said.
I
hey-
know you're in your late 20s, right? It doesn't add to your resume anymore.
No, I know. I just do it for the love of it.
Yeah, exactly right. Now he's going to pull out his Duke of Edinburgh account after this as well. So let's go to the voting where it currently stands. As
Sure.
I said, this isn't illegal what Lockie's done. It's frowned upon.
Everyone
but-
else
What do you
it.
mean? What do you mean?
Uh,
I think that's
No, I
totally
need
legal.
to get all
Okay,
the
so
votes
so
this
so in
week.
last place, John Campbell Newman, Love Me Again.
Great FIFA song.
Do you know what,
Yeah,
though?
FIFA soundtrack.
This song is actually a pretty good song.
Oh, yeah,
but
great
when
song.
I saw it in racing, I was like, what the hell is that
Come
song?
on, I was like John Legend.
Don't know
no.
the artist, don't know
Yeah.
the title.
Yeah, so
It's
which,
a great-
Actually a pretty good
so
song.
which means it's pretty big and tight at the top, despite every account that Lachie owns and runs being voted for it. Sitting in 3rd place, Susie Alicia's choice, the coalition, still into you,
Yikes.
Paramore.
It's a great song.
If this wins, I'll get on the mic and sing along with it the whole song.
Interesting. Interesting.
Can
I
I-
think that's what the people want?
Can I retract a vote? I'd like to retract all
You don't
4
want to
votes.
see me embarrassed
Yeah.
on
Yes,
live radio,
in
Lockie?
this case, you can do the digital version
It's
of
the
diving.
embarrassment.
You can dive into the ballot box and get your vote out of it.
I guess I could maybe delete the vote. Anyway,
in second place, his follow-up to Thrift Shop, which is a very good record move. Macklemore, Can't Hold Us.
I'm trying to find it.
Well, it's technically Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, but the Instagram poll option doesn't let me write for
Oh, okay.
that many
Oh.
characters.
Here we go.
Stop trying to cancel him out, Nick.
Yeah.
Stop erasing.
Stop erasing Ryan Lewis's legacy.
Mm.
This album wouldn't have happened without Ryan Lewis. Honestly, the verses go harder than the
Yeah.
chorus. So anyway, and but in first place, as I said, rest in peace, Avicii. Hey brother. Avicii when he's really moulding country and EDM.
It's tough because they're all kind of like really.
I love
upbeat
Avicii. Not my
songs.
favourite song. Yeah.
No, I don't like this song.
No, I don't like it. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Why
like
not?
it. There's still so many better songs on this that weren't even touched. I'm gonna end this early because I don't like it. Sorry,
No,
Lux.
that's fine. That's fine.
This one by Pitbull.
Yep.
This one goes hard.
Can I say my backup for when
Yeah.
I thought Buzz was going to pick Paramore
Yeah.
because that seemed very obvious was Pompeii by Bastille.
Oh, another great song.
This was going to be my pick. Do you think this would have got the dubs over Paramore?
I mean, if
It's probably a more recognisable title, isn't it?
yeah, it's funny. I always get the two mixed up as the name of the artist. I always think it's like Bastille by Pompeii.
Yeah.
That's on them. That's
I'd
on
like to give a special shout out to MKTO, who released 2 songs in this year and then have done absolutely nothing since. The first one,
You're right.
The first one did get a play on air today.
Now I'm trying to think of their other song.
I mean, it's on the sheet.
Oh, right.
It's right in front of you, man.
And thank you.
So that classic, and this screams. I'm actually not surprised that Buzz walked down the aisle or back down the aisle with this song because this is very wedding vibes. It's kind of like it's clean pop. It's kind of fun. And then the other one was Thank You.
Yeah.
Oh,
You made a... Yeah. That's right, yeah. We're a bit rebellious.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
Tell us what to do. Yeah, but also super clean pop.
Yeah,
You were making a point to me off air the other day, Lachie, as I've made it very clear, I hate songs that I feel like you're told to be happy.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Pharrell's Happy,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
as Lottie mentioned earlier in this break, Just Dance, Justin
Lady
Timberlake,
Gaga.
Trolls. No.
Oh, the Trolls one.
Can't stop the feeling.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, they all become one after a while.
Yeah, sure.
But Lachie, you were making a point, and I'd love you to finish it now.
Mm.
You don't like clean pop songs.
I actually can't remember the point that I was making.
Okay, I feel like it's. I agree with you. I don't like ones that.
What was the
have
song?
a
What was
very-
the song that I had an issue with? Do you remember that? Because then maybe
no,
that'll.
but like,
it'll remind me of
ones
the-
that are wildly inoffensive, maybe tell you to do something, but can have long-term airplay, could be put on any advertising campaign 10,
Sure.
15 years after
Sure.
they actually came out. I always look at them as songs that could be played in family-friendly sporting games.
Oh, okay.
Like our friends at the Brisbane Heat may use, like, for example, Shut Up and Dance.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind Shut Up and Dance, but
They don't necessarily date, but
No.
they're a very easy formula
No.
and very inoffensive.
Speaking of just quickly sports, the only other song that I want to give it a little bit of extra love to is Tennis Court Lord. This is possibly one of her best songs. I know Royals, everyone goes Royals is good. Tennis Court is... Supercut is another
I didn't
one.
know it written down.
Mm.
That's the thing.
Hey, it is what it is.
And also, it's just not. I feel like our voters
would
go
not
very
vote-
upbeat.
It wouldn't vote well. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that. But I guess what I'm saying is that sometimes art is in the beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
Isn't it?
and sometimes the masses can be wrong. And I hold.
By the masses, you mean all of your accounts.
Well, no. I think that I love our listeners, but I also think that there are some fantastic songs from 2013, and maybe it has maybe because I was in grade 10 around that time. That was a formative time of my life, so there were a lot of songs that didn't make the cut today.
Name one. You don't have to play it. Name one.
Honestly, I actually Classic was one that played at school all the time. It was like one of those ones that you kind of just, because once again it was safe pop music. It was just
safe pop.
they were happy to play it around school, and there's memories associated to that. So there you go, Throwback Throwdown 2013.
Well, Suze is not going to be happy because I've picked a song that she wouldn't have picked.
Yeah, but she'll be happy.
Lotzie lost her. Sorry,
Oh!
my swearing. Lotzie lost her $1,600.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look,
It's
he
Martin
should,
Suze.
honestly, he should have lost that at 8. I don't know how he held on at 8 o'clock.
It
was-
was an embarrassing.
They were tough questions. You did make the questions
weren't.
pretty tough.
No,
today.
They weren't tough
thank you,
questions.
Nick. They weren't tough questions.
weren't
I
tough
stand by the
questions.
fact that they weren't tough.
He just bottled it both
He-
times. He
yeah.
just happened to get away with 8 o'clock.
And surely I would have thought, because there was a question, what sport do the Breakers, the 36ers, and the Phoenix play? And
Yeah.
look, Phoenix was a little bit of a wild card because
It was a nice mislead.
yeah, but you can't spend 10 seconds on one
You spent
question.
way too much time on questions.
You got to go. If you don't know it, you just got to go, don't know,
Yeah.
or pick. Like for me, the advice I give on the phones is if you hear a question that asks you like a question within a category, so like which city, which country, which sport, just name something within that category. And if he knows that it wouldn't have been AFL
It's like
or
today,
NRL,
what tech company?
yeah,
Apple.
it's like
the
just-
biggest one. you
just
can
guess a
think of.
tech company.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, fair enough. Very quickly, Lachie, on the topic of sort of communicating with our listeners behind
Sure.
the scenes about
Yep.
games and contests. I won't name their name, but I've had someone every day DMing us asking what time our What If giveaway is, so they can call in at the right
the
time.
trip a day, yeah.
Trip a day. I will
The
say.
whole point is you got to listen.
I
That's
will.
The whole
I will
point.
say that this person, if I'm guessing, did call at the correct time today because I did see their name flash up.
oh,
I also correctly guessed which name, Lachie, you randomly selected.
well, I just picked the first one on the
Yeah,
list.
Just pick the first one. Yeah, so
Exactly.
again, this person, you called at the right time, but please, I do ask you directly, don't offer to send nudes as a way to...
No,
Yeah.
really?
They offered nudes as payment
Yeah.
for.
Can I ask?
And I did not want them from this mail, absolutely not.
Okay, were they hoping that Suze would be, I guess, attracted or like who?
No, they just wanted to use it as currency to find out the correct time. This had nothing
Sure.
to do with Suze. This,
The
Okay.
the
This
whole
this was them trying to
point
buy me.
is TSL. You just got to keep listening and find out.
What does
We're not
TSL
gonna say-
mean, Alicia?
I do know this, but I have forgotten.
Actually,
I do know this, but I have forgotten.
TSL.
I love the idea that you've sat through every meeting where this has come up as a metric and you've just nodded going, yeah.
Well, because I know what it means.
What does it mean then? Go on, you'll get to the answer. Surely.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant what does it stand for? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah, no,
No, we're
remember.
asking you to reverse engineer this now.
No, it just means to keep listening. Like,
Okay.
keep listening.
All
Keep
right.
listeners
So you've got
listening.
there. So everyone can
So
play
what would the
along
L?
here.
What would the L?
Listener, listen.
Okay, you're in
Okay,
the
and
correct
so what
verb.
Time, structured listening.
No,
Time.
Okay, yeah, you nearly got you close.
I don't know.
It's a radio term to see. We want people to. I'm trying not to use the S word.
Yeah.
We want people to. I guess.
Enjoy the passage of time by giving something. I don't know how much clearer we can make
You've
this.
got to just tell me. Just tell me.
Time spent listening.
That's it. I do know that, and I just forget because
So-
everybody just says TSL all the time.
So
and I
for
just
for
forget
people
what it
who are outside of the radio bubble or maybe just don't know what TSL means, it's a radio term that basically means, hey, we want you to keep on listening for as long as possible. And so there are sometimes we do games and tactics and things that you have to listen out for. Like we're not going to tell you when it's going to be. We will just surprise you with a song at a certain time, and in theory, that's meant to help then when the surveys come out, when the ratings come out, because the ratings partially decide on how long people listen for as well. So if you hear someone say TSL, now you know what that means.
It's
no.
almost just as easy to say time spent listening,
Yep.
but we just say TSL so often.
Yeah, and you're right. It's only like a couple syllables more.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And we've spent more time on TSL than anyone actually has. This, if you listened to all the way through, that was TSL.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Tomorrow night, Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween cruise. You're right. So
I'm excited. For
you
this.
are. Are
It'll be
you
a good
costume
night.
sorted?
I've got my costume sorted. It doesn't look as good in person as it did
It
online.
never does.
Oh,
It never
no.
does.
Classic one of
Oh
those.
no.
You know. But, oh well.
Can we get a tease of what you're thinking?
Well, I feel like I've shown it to all of you.
What
You've
category?
forgotten.
What
Yeah.
category?
It's
You're going
just,
scary,
it's
aren't you?
just classic scary. Yeah,
Oh.
it's not a particular character.
Joe Bjelke Peterson.
I don't know what that is.
No, of course you don't. Margaret Thatcher.
No,
there
that
we
would be
go.
scary.
I'll go with Scary Spice.
Oh, see, clever,
Mm.
clever.
Do you like that? I don't know what. I
No,
don't know
you
who
don't.
Scary.
You
I don't know
don't.
who Scary Spice is.
She was
Mel B.
Mel B.
Oh,
Mel C.
I don't know
She
whether
Mel
I can do.
B.
I don't think I
There
can
you
pull
go.
off Mel
Smarter
B.
than Sue's question for tomorrow.
I don't think I can pull off Mel
yeah,
B.
maybe not that one.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah, but anyway, so
No,
it'll be.
so scary.
I'm very excited for
Hey.
it. I love scary things. I love Halloween. It's gonna
Question,
be a
because
great night.
I'm trying to think about this, because we've also got the Hobby Horse Championships tomorrow as well.
We
It's a-
do.
God, it's a big Thursday for the behind-the-scenes team. Wow, so glad they fell on the same day. Are you, because this is Halloween, and now a costume party is always an interesting one to go to, just in the way of getting to the venue, because context is usually very important there. Now, given it's the 31st tomorrow, it'll look a little bit more, it'll make a bit more sense when you, in your scary costume, will be heading to the Oasis. Have you thought about how you're getting there? Do you just...
I'll probably just drive. I don't think I'm going to drink that much on a Thursday night.
We got
So I'll
work the
probably
next
just drive.
morning.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean? All radio parties are held on a Thursday night, so you can reflect it the next day on the
know.
Friday.
I know. I'm
'Cause-
just saying.
people-
I personally will not be drinking that much.
People who weren't there need to know exactly how it went
Exactly right.
and everyone's thoughts.
We're
from the
gonna
night.
spend every hour explaining a little bit more about the party, because that's what you want.
Jeez.
Shout
You
out,
boys.
shout out across the road.
I also just want to quickly say that I had the thought. Look, I was considering my options in terms of leaving the party early, because I'm just tired. I know. I just
I
want
get
to.
it, man.
Honestly,
You can't when we're on a boat.
Yeah.
well, that's exactly
What are
the
you
thing.
gonna-
One
You're going to get a little
small-
tinny out to the
one
boat just so
small
you can
hiccup in
leave
the plan.
early.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If this was any other listener party where, DJ Lacey, Susan, I obviously stayed until the end of Susie's set, and then as soon as Susie was done, I dipped.
See
I
ya.
went
Yeah.
home and I slept, and it was a great time. But the problem with, as you've just correctly, I guess, identified, Alicia, is that when you're on a boat, you can't exactly
I'm
leave
gonna be
early.
throwing Lockie
If you
overboard.
want to leave badly
Lockie's
enough, you'll find a
costume-
way.
Lockie's costume can just be like a survivor from the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're already in
Oh,
an inflated life
I
jacket.
like that.
and then
That's actually.
Lockie,
After
why
an
why
hour,
have you
we
come
just
as a
throw him-
full-size rubber dinghy?
We just throw him overboard, and Lockie gets to go home early.
I could go. Maybe I could go as like a I guess a pirate's captive, and they'll make me walk the plank, and we'll do a whole walk the plank.
And then he just disappears and nobody sees him
Yeah.
the rest of the night.
Well,
Not concerning at all.
yeah.
Yeah, so
bull sharks might get me, but
I've been in that river once and never again.
okay.
Yeah, flipped the boat rowing once, my first time. I'm like, I hate this sport. I'm never doing it.
Anyway, that's the Halloween. You've also just teased as well that the what do we call it?
Hobby Horse
The Hobby Horse Championship
Hobby Horse.
is back. And we're doing it once again. Are you looking forward to taking part? Well, not taking part, but at least being involved again, Alicia?
Yeah, it was
This is
actually
one of the
fun
first
last
things
year.
that you
Oh, yeah, it was.
It
you
was
kind of
like
did.
Last year when I first started, this would have been one of my first promos. I think it was the first thing that I physically went out to. And it was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but it was good fun. Like the listeners got really into it, so yeah. looking forward
We've
to
got a
doing it again.
supernova who's, I think it's like their first shift, kind of one of their first big shifts as well.
Oh my god.
And it's a big first shift
Good luck to
to
them.
have.
Yeah.
So shout out to Reese, who I think.
Oh, Reese Lightning, yeah.
She'll be crushing it.
Reese is a female.
Reese.
Reese. Taylor.
First I've heard.
Jeez.
I didn't know that.
Reese Witherspoon? Come on,
Yeah.
man.
No.
there's
I
female
know
actors.
Reese can be a female
Oh,
name,
I
but
thought
wrong
you
of
were
me to
saying-
assume
yeah.
Reese.
No, it's because I also saw Reese's name down on a sheet of paper, and I also made that same mistake. And then I'm laughing at you because I've also made that mistake in the past. So,
Without any empathy whatsoever,
Reese.
Lachie has chosen to laugh at me.
well, no, it's because I'm laughing at myself, really. Anyway, that's probably it
Thrilling.
for this
I reckon so.
little producers podcast.
Yeah,
a little bit from behind the scenes.
Friday, we'll spend the whole podcast dedicating to packing minute by minute what happened at the party.
And there's set to be another announcement related to Susie on Friday as to the next big thing
Oh,
that
Susie's
we're
6
doing
weeks
next
of
week.
celebration.
So
Next week.
next week is going to be big. There's lots happening behind the
Only
scenes.
John Farnham had a longer farewell tour.
Oh, God.
Get involved.